Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is add page numbers to my document. I have a sample document that I just got from ChatGPT. Let's add some page numbers to make this easier. Go over to the ribbon, hit insert at the top, and then go over to the right, click on page number. You can select where you want them, and I'll just do the bottom right. Now we have some page numbers. Now that we have page numbers, we're going to close the header and footer. Now, what you need to do in order for Word to create an automatic table of contents is each of your headings, which will basically be your chapters with the page numbers, you need to format those as headings. So you can select them one at a time and click. I want you to go up to where the ribbon says home, and then you'll go over to the style section and click on heading 1. And as you can see, it created a heading. Now you can either do those one at a time, as I said, or highlight all of them and do them at the same time. I'll click and drag for one, and then I'm just going to hold the control key and click and drag for all the rest until I've highlighted them all, and then we can change them all at the same time. We'll go back to the top under styles, click heading 1. And as you can see, it formatted all the headings. Now you did notice that it changed my font, it changed the color, the formatting looks a little different. If you don't want that and you want your document to stay the same, I'll show you how to avoid that when we get to the end. And then the next thing we're going to do is go over to the references tab in the ribbon. Click on that, go over to the left hand side and you'll see table of contents. Click on that. And then there's a couple automatic styles you can just choose from, whichever one you like. Click on it. And then one thing I didn't do, I didn't create a space to put the table of contents. So I'm going to Control Z that. And then I'm going to go to the top of the page, go over to Insert, hit Blank Page, so that I have a blank page for my table of contents. We'll go back over to the References tab, click Table of Contents, select the second one. And as you can see, it created our table of contents. A couple things you can do if you don't like this title here. You can highlight it. Maybe you want it to say chapters. You can change that, or say one of your chapter titles, you don't like that any longer. What you don't want to do is click it from there and erase it. It will allow you, but I want to show you what happens. Scroll down to the bottom. You see that says goals. We changed it. Even if we click here and click update tables, update entire table, it's going to change it back because it won't change it down here. Here's where you actually need to change it, under your actual heading. So we'll select that, delete, change that to goals. It's on page 2. Go back to the top. Now we'll click within our table, update table, update entire table, click OK. And now you see it changed to goals and it's on page 2. Now a couple other things, say for instance, avoiding distractions is on page 3. We'll scroll down there and maybe we don't want that on page 3 any longer. What we can do is I'll highlight it, Control X to cut it out of there, and say maybe we want it, do this kind of crudely right now, but right before the conclusion, Control V, we'll paste it there. And as you can see, that's on page 4. Conclusion, which you would play with this a lot more in a real document, but conclusion is on page 5. And if we scroll to the top, conclusion's on page 5, avoiding distractions is still on page 3. That's not going to work for us, is it? So we're going to click update table, update entire table, and click OK. Now we have avoiding distractions is on page 4, planning ahead on 3, goes on 2, and we'll just scroll to make sure it's good, goes on 2, planning ahead on 3, scroll down, avoiding distractions and managing stress on 4. And that's the way we want it. So those are some things you can do. Another thing you can do, let's click on this and we'll go to the top where you see this folded over paper, remove table of contents. If you want a little more freedom, we'll go back up to the reference tab, click table of contents, and you can go down to custom table of contents. Now there's a few more things that you can change in here. This is kind of our current layout. You have the tabs and the page numbers. If you click on tab leader, maybe you want it to be, you know, the more of the dotted line, or you can choose whichever one you want from there. Or there's some formats down here that you can change. We have classic. You see how it switches it up just depending on what you like. If you want to see what that looks like. Modern, we click OK. And you see it changes there. One thing I will tell you, if you begin to play around with the table of contents and you customize it, when you go back to automatic, it doesn't automatically, in my experience, switch it right back to what you had. You kind of have to go back. Oh, it's classic and I'd like the tabs, and you kind of have to switch it back to what you want it to be and play around with it. So just a heads up there. Now, I told you at the beginning I would show you if you didn't want your formatting to change. So I reopened the document to roughly reset it so I can show you how to change this to keep your formatting and your headings the same. So go up to the top. You should be in the Home tab, in the ribbon, go over to Heading, and you're going to right click on it. Go down to Modify. Now, you should know what your heading settings are because we're going to make those the default within this heading 1. Mine, I believe, is Aptos. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but Aptos body, I believe it's 14.5 is bolded, and then it has the automatic color. So you change all your settings to match your original formatting. I keep it only in this document, select it, and then hit OK. And now you can see your heading is your default now. So we're going to do the same thing that we did the first time. You're going to highlight, we'll just pick a few of them, and then we're going to click on heading 1. Once again, under styles. And as you can see, they look like they've done nothing, but they actually have. You can see they have the formatting because the arrow is appearing. So we will do the same thing that we did at the very beginning. I'm just going to put the table of contents here. For example's sake, go over to references, click table of contents, and then we're going to choose automatic table 2. And as you can see, table of contents.